Kelly from KC Health Coaching. Stop this. Today I'm going to talk to you about why nutrient-rich food is so important. I follow a doctor called Dr. Joel Fuhrman, and he calls himself a nutritarian. Nutritarian is someone who only eats food that is nutrient dense. And the reason that's so amazingly important is because of the way the body digests food. There was a doctor in Jamaica who ran a starvation clinic. And at his clinic, he had women coming into the clinic who were very big women. They were obese women, especially around the stomach area. And they were carrying their little babies who were dying of starvation. Now, the doctor said to himself, there's no way that any mother who loves her child would be going around the back of the house hiding to eat a Kit Kat while their child is starving to death. And he thought, there's something wrong with this. Now, at that time in Jamaica, the food was very poor quality. People were eating whatever they could eat. So he started to think about it, and he realized that both the mother and the children were starving. And what was happening with the mothers was that every little bit of food that those mothers were eating was going straight to be stored. It was being stored by their body, and usually it was around the stomach area or around the hip area. And what happens in that case is that the person eats the food goes in, and the body says, wait a minute, this isn't food, especially with processed food, processed non-food food. The body says, this isn't actually food that I just ate. So because this stuff has all kinds of chemicals that I don't recognize, what I'm going to do is I'm going to store it, and I'm going to store it around the stomach, and I'm not going to let the body access it. So it's going to be stored around the stomach. Don't worry about the grandkids. Going to be stored around the stomach, and it's going to be really difficult for the body to use up that energy and to use that fat. Same with the hips in certain people. So the doctor realized that if the women were fed better, then they wouldn't be starving and they wouldn't hold all that weight, and the body would actually allow itself to use that stored fat because it didn't need to keeping it away from the organs. So when we eat nutrient-rich food, the body uses that food as energy. If we eat food that has a lot of preservatives, a lot of chemicals, a lot of sugar, the body is going to keep it away from the organs, and it's going to store that, and it will be the weight that you lose the absolute last, because the body is trying to keep that weight away from you, keep those toxins away from you. And that's why when you do a detox, that's what you're doing. The body is actually using up that stored energy, that stored fat, and as it does that, the toxins are being released from that fat. And that's why people, when they're detoxing, they really are getting all of the toxins out of their body, and they feel sick and they feel headachy. But after about a week, once the body's gotten rid of all of those initial toxins, then the body just starts to use the energy, and you start to really lose weight then. So what you want to start looking at is, even if a package says healthy on it, if you can get food that isn't processed, it's going to be higher in nutrition and higher in nutrients. And if you can get whole foods, they're better. And if you can get seasonal, local, organic, and fresh. If it's organic from hundreds of thousands of miles away, like maybe from here in Australia, it could be organic from Brazil, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as if it's organic from the local area. So, if you want any more information on that, check out my website on kchealthcoaching.com.au, and I'll help you as a health coach. I'll help you to get nutrient-rich food into your body. So let's do this.